Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're dedicating the entire list to one of watchmaking's most consistently underestimated and most genuinely innovative manufacturers, Citizen. While the conversation around serious watchmaking tends to orbit Switzerland and increasingly Japan's Seiko family, Citizen has been quietly producing some of the most technically remarkable timepieces in the world for over a century, advancing solar power technology, atomic timekeeping accuracy, and movement engineering to standards that the broader collecting community has only recently begun to fully appreciate and celebrate. These 5 picks represent Citizen at its most ambitious, its most creative, and its most completely realized, a brand portrait that reveals something far more extraordinary than the name on the dial typically prepares people to expect. Let's get into it. Number 5. Citizen Tsuyosa Automatic. The Citizen Tsuyosa Automatic is Citizen's most direct and most confident statement that the brand deserves serious consideration in the affordable mechanical watch conversation, a timepiece whose name means strong in Japanese and whose specification and finishing quality make that name feel entirely earned. The Tsuyosa enters a fiercely competitive segment of the market, dominated by Seiko's 5 Sports family and Orient's well-regarded automatic lineup, and it does so not by matching those competitors on price alone, but by bringing Citizen's manufacturing resources and quality control standards to bear on a package that consistently impresses collectors encountering it for the first time. The 40mm stainless steel case carries a sports elegant design language that transitions comfortably between casual and smart casual contexts, and the sunburst style finishing, available in a range of appealing colorways including deep blue and rich green, achieves a visual richness and light interaction that the price makes genuinely surprising. Citizen's in-house automatic movement inside delivers reliable daily performance with a power reserve appropriate for everyday wear, and the overall bracelet quality reflects a level of finishing investment that mid-range Japanese manufacturing at its best consistently produces. The Tsuyosa is the watch that Citizen's mechanical credibility demanded and that the collecting community has received with the warm appreciation it deserves. A first step into Citizen's catalog that invariably leads deeper into what the brand is genuinely capable of. The Citizen Tsuyosa Automatic retails for approximately $225 to $295 USD depending on configuration. Number 4. Citizen Promaster Altichron. The Citizen Promaster Altichron is a watch built for the vertical world, a dedicated mountain and altitude instrument that approaches the specific demands of high-altitude outdoor activity with a seriousness of engineering purpose that distinguishes it immediately from the broader field watch category. Where most outdoor watches treat the altimeter as one feature among many in a general-purpose specification, the Altichron was developed with high-altitude mountaineering as its primary design brief, and that focused intent is visible in every aspect of its construction and capability. The GPS-linked altitude measurement system delivers accuracy at elevation that barometric-only altimeters cannot match, automatically compensating for the atmospheric pressure variations that make barometric altitude readings increasingly unreliable as conditions change, a critical practical advantage in the mountain environments where accurate altitude data has genuine safety implications. EcoDrive solar charging ensures the power supply remains self-sustaining across multi-day expeditions in remote locations where battery replacement is not an available option, and the robust case construction with 200-meter water resistance handles the full range of weather and physical demands that serious mountaineering produces. The dial presents its altitude and timing information with the legibility priority that instrument watch design demands, and the overall case proportions balance the functional requirement for a substantial wrist presence with the practical need for a watch that wears comfortably through extended periods of physical exertion. The Altichron is not trying to be everything to everyone. It is trying to be exactly the right thing for the person who goes higher than most and needs their wrist instrument to go there with them without compromise. The Citizen Promaster Altichron retails for approximately $650 $850 USD depending on configuration. Number 3. Citizen EcoDrive 1. The Citizen EcoDrive 1 is an engineering achievement of such remarkable ambition that it deserves to be spoken about in the same breath as the thinnest landmarks of Swiss haute horlogerie, and the fact that it is not yet universally discussed in those terms reflects a cultural bias in the watch community rather than any objective. Assessment of what Citizen has accomplished here. At 298 mm case thickness, the EcoDrive 1 holds the record as the world's thinnest light-powered watch, a distinction achieved not through the compromise of capability or the elimination of necessary components, but through the complete re-architecting of the EcoDrive system from first principles with thinness as the governing design constraint. The solar cell in a conventional EcoDrive occupies significant case volume. In the EcoDrive 1, Citizen developed a new generation of ultra-thin solar cell technology that harvests light energy from a layer so thin it is essentially invisible within the overall case architecture, enabling a profile that makes conventional dress watches feel positively bulky by comparison. The result on the wrist is an experience of almost uncanny lightness and intimacy, a watch that sits against the skin with a flatness and a closeness that no other light-powered watch approaches and that very few mechanical dress watches at any price can match. The titanium case, refined dial finishing, and overall design restraint reflect a watch engineered without compromise and designed with the calm confidence of a manufacturer that knows it has achieved something genuinely unprecedented. The EcoDrive 1 is Citizen's clearest statement that Japanese solar engineering can produce results that the watch world's most prestigious addresses would be proud to claim as their own. The Citizen EcoDrive 1 retails for approximately $1,500 to $2,500 USD depending on configuration. Number 2. Citizen Chronomaster A T. The Citizen Chronomaster A T is the watch that demonstrates most completely what happens when Citizen's solar power technology, atomic timekeeping precision, and chronograph engineering are combined into a single instrument of comprehensive capability, a timepiece that earns the Chronomaster designation through genuine technical merit rather than aspirational marketing, and that delivers a wearing experience of outstanding practical richness. The AT designation references atomic timekeeping, multiband 6 radio synchronization that locks the Chronomaster to atomic clock signals broadcast across 6 global transmission stations, ensuring that the time displayed is never more than a fraction of a second from absolute accuracy, regardless of where in the world it is worn. EcoDrive. Solar charging powers this perpetually accurate timekeeping system without any battery intervention, creating a self-sustaining combination of precision and power that requires nothing from its owner beyond ordinary exposure to light. The chronograph complication, executed with Citizen's characteristic attention to functional clarity, provides precise timing capability appropriate for the sporting and professional contexts in which instrument watches of this type are most naturally worn. And the overall dial layout manages its considerable information load with a legibility and organizational discipline that reflects genuine instrument design expertise rather than decorative complexity. The Chronomaster AT is the watch for the professional who values absolute accuracy as a daily practical requirement, who travels across time zones and needs their instrument to keep pace without manual adjustment, and who wants all of that capability powered indefinitely by the light that surrounds them every day. The Citizen Chronomaster AT retails for approximately $795 to $1,095 USD depending on configuration. Number 1. Citizen Calibre 0100. The Citizen Calibre 0100 takes the top position on today's list and earns a place in a much larger conversation about the greatest technical achievements in the entire history of watchmaking because it contains what is objectively and verifiably the most accurate mass-produced movement ever made, a claim supported not by marketing assertion but by measurable, documented, independently verifiable engineering reality. The Calibre 0100 movement at the heart of this watch is accurate to plus or minus 1 second per year, 1 second per year. To understand the magnitude of that achievement, consider that a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, the accuracy standard that Swiss manufacturers spend enormous resources achieving and marketing, is certified to plus or minus 4 seconds per day. The Calibre 0100 is accurate to 1 second across 365 of those days combined. It is not merely better than the chronometer standard. It operates in a different category of precision entirely, one that approaches the accuracy of scientific instrumentation rather than consumer timekeeping devices. Citizen achieved this through a complete reimagining of the quartz oscillator circuit, developing a new temperature compensation system and drive motor of extraordinary efficiency that minimizes the energy loss and thermal drift that limit the accuracy of conventional quartz movements. Echo Drive solar charging powers this unprecedented precision indefinitely from available light, and multiband 6 radio synchronization provides an additional layer of accuracy assurance for owners who want the combination of in-movement precision and atomic time reference simultaneously. The case, an elegantly proportioned 40mm stainless steel construction, wears the Calibre 0100 designation with appropriate restraint, allowing the movement's achievement to speak without visual theatrics. The Citizen Calibre 0100 is the watch that answers once and for all the question of what Japanese engineering looks like when it decides that the accepted limits of accuracy are simply not good enough, and the answer it provides changes the terms of the conversation permanently. The Citizen Calibre 0100 retails for approximately $1,200, $2,500 USD depending on configuration.